How about we see how many I can make in a row, and then you try to match that.
Okay.
One.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Orlando Magic. For Orlando, they won their last matchup, that game against the Pistons in Detroit, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum.
We are here at the American Airlines Center with the crowd going crazy. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Harrison Barnes still injured, guys. They're counting the days until he returns.
Kevin, yeah, he got injured a few games ago, and it has been tough without him.
So Dallas will get the first possession. About halfway into the season, Doris, teams are already separating themselves from the pack. What are some of the elements you are looking for right now as you take a look at those top teams and trying to figure out a championship contender?
So you know that line, it's about the economy, stupid. It's about the players, right? You got to have players. You got to have stars. The contending teams always have at least 2 or 3 stars. So let's begin there. The other part is you've got to have the right role players around the stars. Think about the Draymond Greens. Think about the Kevin Loves. Guys in those positions that are in support of maybe the guys who have the ball in their hands. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. There's got to be an unselfishness, a professionalism, a commitment. All the things that make championships possible on any number of levels.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Rogers is out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Gordon. Then it's DJ. And it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. And DJ throws it down.
And I think some damage was done to the bucket right there. TJ throws it down hard.
Smith the pass to Muhammad. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Boy, the defense was in perfect position, but it simply didn't matter. He's just too skilled, too good.
Rogers against Smith. Up top, Fournier to the right side. The dish to DJ. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Noel with the rebound.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
Outside Hood. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Screen by Smith. 6 to shoot. Now here's Powell. Defended by Gordon. The shot by Powell, no good.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Dallas's head coach and I did get a chance to talk. this is the first meeting of the year between these two teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. We'll see who comes out on top, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Noel kicks to Muhammad. Sinks the three-pointer. Muhammad's got his second basket of the night.
Every team's looking for that instant offense, and Muhammad can do that for you.
And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long. And Craig, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Hey, boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively.
Smith, no good. Orlando trailing here. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Noel. Fournier pulls it down.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Boy, that's how you like to see DJ finish a drive, not holding anything back. Send a message.
Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, and for two squads that don't know each other all that well, this should be an intriguing battle.
Right. In a matchup where you don't see the opponent often, there should be a lot of surprises. I don't know what to expect.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Allen Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac. Wells, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Payton in for Rogers. A nice shot by Anderson.
You know, Kevin, so important for Justin Anderson to hit this. Remember, this guy shot 45% from 3 in college. In the pros, that becomes a little bit more challenging.
Now here's Evans. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide-open shots like that.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Here's Smith. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
Here's Evans. The Magic getting the bucket. Dishes it to Nogueira. Back to Evans. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Smith on the wing to stop the run. It's hauled in by the Magic. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And when you protect the rim like they did in that one, it has a tremendous impact.
Well, I don't think there's any question when you're playing that strong a defense, it's going to have an effect on your opponent. And it seemed like they were getting their hands up on the majority of shots.
And so it's Dallas with it. After the miss from Shammy Wells. DJ with it, working on Black. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Stolen by Anderson. With 2 seconds left. And DJ with a layup. DJ's got 12 points in the game.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Back right after this. Well, not exactly a close game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. For the Magic. Shabazz Muhammad is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then it's Smith. And it's Hood in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Boy, Kev, that's an aggressive move to the cup, right? That's DJ at his best, moving well and getting a high percentage look.
Hood dishes to Noel. Here's Muhammad. Dallas again missing.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
And the Mavericks, one of the more forward-thinking franchises in the NBA. They were among the first, Doris, to embrace analytics.
Well, listen, this is an organization that ownership has a background in technology, so it makes sense for them to grasp onto those analytics. But for me, it's about combining that with the fierce competitiveness and a team hungry to find every edge.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pistons was a driven man. He had 29 points and was a force on defense, knocking away shots every second he was on the floor. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Okay, David, no doubt he'll have the defense focused on him here after that stunning game last time out.
You better believe it. He'll be looking at double teams, guys up in his jersey all game long.
I think that's the way this guy likes it. He wants a challenge. It makes him more focused, more determined to show what a force he can be.
The first one falls.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
To the paint. Pass to Gordon. And stolen by Noel. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
What a nice move by Muhammad. Aggressive attacking off the bounce.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one falls for Muhammad. Muhammad hits them both. 1:07 left in the first half. The pass to DJ. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Free throw good, DJ.
And guys, with DJ, you can see his appreciation for the game, right? And for the work it took to get here. He doesn't take anything for granted. I love it.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Muhammad. Passes it to Rogers. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Fades and shoots. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
And it's Noel with the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's Hood in the corner. With 1 on the clock. And that concludes the first half. Magic lead by 12. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks, and I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable, an intimidating force when he's at his best.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Orlando, DJ out there with Gordon. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Rogers, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Doris, we have so many bigs that are playmakers, even though their position doesn't say they really should fall in that category. But we do have a lot of guys that can pass, that have size and operate down low. Who, in your opinion, tend to be some of those names under the radar?
Well, I go to Marc Gasol, who is an all-star center in the NBA. But what his value is, he's increasingly become comfortable with a guy who they want to take 15 to 20 shots a game. But the beauty of Marc Gasol is the unselfish nature of his game. You can stick Marc at the elbow, enter the ball through him, and you know something good is going to happen. He's going to make the right pass. He's going to lead to the pass that leads to the pass that leads to the score, or he can get his own offense. I think for me, maybe the under-radar guy in terms of playmaking have to be Marc Gasol.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Pass to Rogers. Now the feed to Fournier. Magic moving the ball around. Clock at 6. And DJ throws it down.
Boy, Kev, what terrific rhythm to DJ's game tonight. Nothing rushed, nothing forced, a smooth, efficient performance.
Dallas calls timeout. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
I think there has to be better communication. All 5 guys tied together, and what happened to them is what happens when you play lackluster defense.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Nogueira, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Stauskas comes in for Hood, and it's Evans in for Smith. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Allen Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac. Wells, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Peyton in for Rogers. Dallas, no good that time either. Magic leading by 10. DJ with it. Top of the key, Peyton. DJ sets the screen for Wells. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Wells has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the 3rd.
Evans. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Williams. DJ passes to Williams. Shot from 12. And it's DJ missing. Mavericks trail by 12. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Stauskas kicks to Noel.
Wow, the physicality of Nerlens Noel paying dividends. This guy not bashful, seeking contact.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
76% at the stripe.
And so it's Dallas with him. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. They've got Smith. J.R. Smith out there with Powell. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Black in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. It's taken away by Smith. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
Count the basket.
I'll tell you, he's got a good grasp of low post offense. DJ doing work in the interior.
Smith kicks to Hood from deep 3-point range. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Orlando leading by 16. And here we go. Fast break. DJ's got it. Outside Gordon. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Here's Black. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Dallas. Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And DJ throws it down hard.
And you got to love watching DJ take advantage of these opportunities. When he has a chance to finish, he is going to drop the hammer.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Good work defensively by Smith. Mavericks trail by 17. Outside Hood, the 10-footer. Misses off the right iron. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Kicks it to Wells. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And Wells, man, he is tough to shake. Does a good job of not letting the D get to him when he's shooting.
Screen by Smith. Outside Hood. It's deflected.
I'll tell you, defense is about position and anticipation, and DJ fantastic at both.
He feeds it to Wells. And stolen by Hood. Jumps up. And Smith with the stuff.
And how's that for a solo performance?
Well, you couldn't do it any better than that, Greg. Textbook execution on the break.
And DJ throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Come get it, come get it.
Powell with the screen. Smith against Rogers. Smith dishes to Muhammad. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Fournier. That's short off the rim. The Magic leading by 20. Feeds to DJ. DJ sets the screen for Wells. Can't convert after the good screen. Maverick shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Smith kicks to Powell. Hood, the pass to Black. Over DJ. Black, no good. Orlando's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Orlando.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DJ.
Boy, what a tremendous display of offensive firepower. It mattered not the size, the type of defender they put on him. He made easy work of it.
43 seconds left in the fourth. And they call an illegal screen here.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Smith has checked in. He can't hit that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Jackson. And stolen by DJ. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
Here's Stauskas. Fires for 3. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Hey, guys.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. Well, for Orlando, on their home court against a subpar team, this is one they expect to win. As long as they play with effort, you have to like their chances. And guys, it's hard to believe that for a portion of his career, Hassan Whiteside was having a hard time getting minutes at all. He was even out.
Oh, say does that.
Our national anthem performer, Linda Lind, and we're getting ready to go. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our... And before...
Well, guys, he said...
Thank you, David. Well, we have some conference rivals meeting up tonight. Clark, I know these games get very intense.
Yeah, in many ways, too, Kevin. The crowd is more amped up, louder, more emotional, more rabid, and the emotions between the players can run high, leading to friction and confrontation. So it's a charged environment when you lock heads with your rival.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Waiters and Winslow are the wings. Whiteside is out there with Harrell, and it's Dragic in at the point.
Got to respect how attentive to detail Wells is. I mean, he's excellent at feeling when one of his guys has a clean look.
Whiteside a screen. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Wells in the corner. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Got to respect the long-range shot of Wells. Can certainly drain these perimeter jumpers.
Waiters outside. He gets it in there.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
DJ with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Up again, and the second chance effort by Gordon.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Whiteside a screen. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. That misses off the backboard. So the Magic, their last game, a win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
And, Greg, they were shooting that thing with confidence, boy. Every time they got a clean look from deep, the trigger was pulled. Pow!
DJ with it. Whiteside's there. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Pass to Rogers. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. He dishes it to Wells. Here's Isaac. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Waiters passes to Dragic. Now here's Harrell. He's covered closely. 5 to shoot. Feeds it to Winslow. Three-pointer. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Isaac. Great look there, but off target.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Dragic dishes to Harrell. There's the pass to Waiters. No good on that one. And Orlando will come the other way. Wells wide open. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Wells has got 6 points.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Alan Williams, he's checked in for Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac. Evan Fournier's checked in for Wells. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Rogers. Pass to Guerrero. They set the pick. Waiters against Fournier. Waiters outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. And stolen by Williams. Jumps up. And Anderson slams it in.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
The Heat trail by 12. Pass to Adebayo. Fournier against Waiters. The pass to Guerrero. Waiters outside. Johnson, a wide open look, bangs home the trifecta.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter. And, you know, doesn't matter where you line him up. Tyler Johnson has become a playmaker. You know, had to work his way into the NBA, but he has quickly established himself. Great threat off the bench who brings instant scoring and can be a catalyst for your offense.
Back to Johnson. There's the pick. Johnson the screen. Johnson with a screen on Payton. Adebayo passes to Guerrero. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed, super aggressive and owning the paint.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good ball movement, wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And stolen by DJ. And Williams with the stuff.
And you know, DJ is always trying to get his guys going. If they're open, he finds them.
Johnson with it. 9 points last game out. Knocked away. Johnson the screen from deep. Johnson, good. Johnson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Heat. And so it's the Orlando Magic going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Orlando.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Anderson. And it's DJ in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Orlando. Johnson kicks to Johnson. Pass to Adebayo. Here's the screen. 6 to shoot. Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. The 3-ball. The rebound by Anderson. Magic leading by 10. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Mavericks got the job done. He had 29 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss, and he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while. And yeah.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Dragic kicks to Waiters. The feed to Johnson. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Gordon.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Wells dishes to DJ. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And, you know, DJ's interior game is very impressive. The big thing for him is that excellent body control. When he takes his time, he's really dangerous in the post.
Passes it to Adebayo. Johnson kicks to Dragic. Waiters outside. Over Wells. That misses off the backboard.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
From deep three-point range, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Orlando Magic in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Elfrid Payton. EP, you saw.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You have to like what you're seeing from Tyler Johnson.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Whiteside, and it's Winslow in at the small forward position.
Boy, you gotta like seeing DJ find his rhythm out there like this. I mean, when he's clicking on all cylinders, the defense is in for a long, hard game.
And the NBA has had coaches who are as legendary as any player. With that in mind, Clark, who is your pick as the greatest coach of all time?
Man, I can't even begin to have an answer for that one. There's some guys that jump out, though, when you think about that list, who would be on it. Greg Popovich for sure. Phil Jackson would have to be included on that list. Red Auerbach. And Chuck Daly for the way he was able to manage his players. Pat Riley, you'd have to consider him as part of being on somebody worthy of that list as well. And I'll even go back a little farther and throw Lenny Wilkins in the mix. I thought he was really good with a number of different teams that he coached.
Pass to Isaac. Here's Rodgers. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Waiters. He's guarded closely. The dish to Dragic. And here's Whiteside. He has 5. And stolen by DJ. And now Wells pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
I tell you what, it's pretty cool to see Wells bringing the defensive energy and even getting nasty at that end of the floor. That is one part of his game that could use some improvement.
And the Heat call time here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that lettuce at the line, man. Easy points available at the free throw line. You got to cash those in.
Orlando making some changes. Biyombo, he's checked in for Gordon. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Wells. The Heat also with a sub. Johnson, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. Kicks it to DJ. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Johnson outside. Winslow, the pass to Johnson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Winslow shot is off. The Magic leading by 12. Here's Isaac. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Waiters outside. Dishes to Johnson. He kicks to Whiteside. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
You know, Bismack Biyombo is a defensive-minded center. Amazing the story that got him to the NBA. I mean, grew up in the Congo, and a lot of trials and tribulations along the way, but perseverance prevailed, and Biyombo is now an NBA player.
Now here's Waiters. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And Biyombo signing a 4-year, $72 million contract with the Magic last season. You talk, Clark, about rags to riches. Wow.
Yeah, big time. And the best part of this rags to riches story is how he's giving back or paying forward to his homeland. Building schools and basketball courts in the Congo. And he's lifting up countrymen through basketball and education. That's a powerful combination and really an excellent use of the platform and the resources afforded Biyombo by way of the NBA.
Feeds it to Johnson. Pass to Guerrero from past the arc. That shot off. Magic leading by 15. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Like how committed DJ is once he gets deep position now. He's doing it with force. Exceptional at drawing contact in the post.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. And both free throws good for DJ. The Heat trail by 17. Johnson outside. There's 57 seconds left in the 3rd. Now the pass to Waiters. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Johnson against Payton. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
You know, can't afford these kinds of mistakes right now, Greg. It's as simple as that. And they're making it hard on themselves.
Orlando making some changes. Gordon comes in for Anderson. And Wells is subbed in for Fournier. The Heat also with a sub. Dragic is checked in. And DJ throws it down.
DJ's a clever, smart player. When he sees a lane to the rim, he doesn't take his time. Instead, going straight to the rack.
Now here's Dragic. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Johnson. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
From 17 feet out, and it's DJ missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's DJ making things happen for Orlando. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
We're getting us out of stuff. Make hard cuts. Everything with force, okay? Come on.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Wells is out there with Peyton, and it's Allen Williams. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's DJ in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Love how hard DJ works. I mean, much respect for his skill set and his basketball IQ.
Often modern NBA players will get criticized for not being sound enough with their fundamentals. Clark, do you feel that's a fair statement?
I really don't. I think it's a bit of an overreach. You know, we all have revisionist history. Things were always better in our past than they are currently. I mean, the stories get better as we get older is one of the ways I've heard it framed. I think the players are more athletic, and because they play growing up in more structured environments, I think sometimes they don't get the same nuances and feel for the game that you would get from just playing organically. But I still think fundamentally the players are quite good, and I do think that's a bit of a reach as a sweeping statement that they're not as sound fundamentally today as they were in the past.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for the Magic. DJ with it. Johnson's there. That one misses. And the Heat going the other way now. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip. They set the pick. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Six on the shot clock. Here's Dragic from outside. Again, Dragic missing.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And recently the NBA changed it so announcers for teams no longer get a vote in league awards. Not an easy decision for the league to make, Clark.
No, it wasn't an easy one, but I can understand that. There's always the potential for bias when you're associated with a particular team.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Dragic dishes to Johnson. Shoots over Fournier. Miami no good on that time either.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Rodgers against Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Fournier. In the corner, Winslow with it. Whiteside, a screen. It's deflected.
And you love the hustle DJ brings on defense, using his solid leaping ability to block shots.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Orlando.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
Harrell kicks to Johnson. Back to Harrell. Right side a screen. Johnson loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
Dragic the pass to Johnson. Harrell kicks to Dragic. Over Rodgers, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
DJ with it. Tries it from the top of the key. No good there. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Now, your effort at the defensive end was a key to the win. Was that an area of emphasis going into the game?
As a team, you know, we just have to try to support each other, pump each other up after a big defensive stop. You know, when you have the bench and your coaching staff is going crazy after a defensive play, it's easy to keep maximum effort out on defense, and that's why we can be so stingy with the points on any given night.
Well, it was a five-man approach to defense tonight. Congrats. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.
One of the best ways to become a better shooter in NBA 2K is through your own shot IQ. This is one of the reasons why Tatum's long-range game is so effective. First, there are few players in the league that have their moving three-point shot rated the same as their open three-point shot. So if you want to have the best chance at making the three, you want to be standing still when you go up for your shot. The other important part of three-point shooting is how open you are. A missed three isn't going to help your
The 2K Sports pregame show.
A very, very, very Merry Christmas from all of us here at 2K Sports. Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Ernie Johnson. Ho, ho, ho. Happy to be with you.
Yes. Shaka Claus.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. We've seen a lot of quality basketball from this Magic team lately. What a year they're having. They've run up the best record in the NBA with some absolutely flawless performances. They've been a fun team to watch over the first half of the season. And tonight, two top-tier centers going toe-to-toe.
we'll see the Indiana Pacers taking on the defending NBA champions, the Orlando Magic. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And David Aldridge will be on our sideline tonight reporting. And before the game gets started, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Rick Carlisle. David.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint.
Thank you, David. And the gift that keeps on giving, Doris, the NBA with great games on Christmas Day, Christmas night. Speaking of which, did you get anything under the tree that you really wanted?
I had a couple of extra surprises that really put it over the top for me. Yes,
really?
Kevin, nothing I'm willing to share, however.
Okay, well, I hope you got that 2K18 gift I put under the tree for you.
Well, not only do I get the 2K18 gift, but I get to sit beside you. What's a better gift than that?
We are very thankful indeed. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Leaf is out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Allen. And it's Washington in at the 2.
And I think some damage was done to the bucket right there. TJ throws it down hard.
And so it's Indiana with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I thought they came in with an aggressive mindset. Just turns out it was too aggressive.
Right. They fouled way too much. And there's nothing wrong with being physical, but they overdid it in the last game.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Really doesn't get any easier than that. The defense didn't look too interested in stopping him.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now here's Allen. His last outing, he had 8 points. Out to the right wing. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. DJ with it. He's against Turner, and it drops once again. The bucket from DJ. DJ's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Left side, Turner. His 2nd shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
And Miles Turner, Doris, one of the league's best shot blockers.
He really is, Kev. Top 5 in that category starting in his 2nd season. The quickness and long arms give him all the necessary tools.
Now here's Allen, following the miss by DJ. Allen kicks to Turner. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
Pass to Isaac to the right side. And again, another basket there from DJ. DJ's got 8.
Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
Here's Leaf. Turner with the screen. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Gordon over to help. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen's shot is off. Orlando leading. To the middle. It's intercepted. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. The pass to Washington. Wells comes with the double team. Outside Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Shot clock at 6. Cameron, the pass to Turner. The second chance effort. He lays it in. He's got 8.
Well, Kevin, you love the determination, right? Miles Turner effectively getting to the window and getting another opportunity.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
I think if you think about the Pacers in the last decade and the value they have found in the draft, right? Danny Granger gets taken at 17th. Roy Hibbert at 17th. Lance Stevenson actually at 40th. Paul George was 10th. Miles Turner 11th. That's a very good track record.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac. Evan Fournier's checked in for Wells. And it's Peyton in for Rogers. Here's Fournier. Oh!
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
So it's the Pacers now, following the bucket by Orlando. They set the pick. There's a screen by Cantor. Kicks it to Favors. Over Williams. Second chance shot, and it's Favors laying it in.
Well, that's the size of Derek Favors, allowing him to snag these boards. This guy, you've got to keep him off the offensive glass, Kevin.
It's rebounded by Indiana.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Inside, Cantor. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Payton. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Allen. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Pass to Washington. They set the pick over Anderson, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Now here's Fournier. He's covered closely. And that one's good. DJ's got 12.
I'll tell you, he's got a good grasp of low-post offense. DJ doing work in the interior.
What a performance for DJ. He's been the story for Orlando. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. And Derek Favors, known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep him.
Well, the desire is there and sounds like the commitment. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Pacers trail by 4. On the court for Indiana. They've got Leaf, also Miles Turner out there. And it's Washington in at the shooting guard. Turner with a screen on Rodgers. Here's Washington. Count that one.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Heat was a man on a mission. He ended up with 31 points and played outstanding defense. Also rebounding well to go along with the offensive play. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while. Oh! And you got to love watching DJ take advantage of these opportunities. When he has a chance to finish, he is going to drop the hammer.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Allen. Fires the three. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
I'll tell you, somebody fell asleep because the defense was not paying any attention to him. That's a huge blunder.
Passes it to Rodgers. Here's Isaac, defended by Allen. Here's the three. The shot by Wells, no good. Pacers trail by 3 to the left side wing. Here's Washington with the tip, and Turner stays with it. Turner's got 10.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And that's what you want to see. They're doing a good job getting points in the paint here in the second.
The Magic have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Well, listen, we know DJ's popular with his teammates, and it's not just about his great basketball play. This guy always comes with great music in the locker room. That's important.
Allen outside. Indiana moving the ball around. It's stolen. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself.
Take a look at Isaac there, just patrolling the passing lanes, outstanding at knowing when to anticipate that pass.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Allen outside. Pass to Leaf. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Turner. Great D that time from DJ. No good on that one. And so it's Orlando with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, it looked like the ball really was moving there in the first half.
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing this way. We got to continue it for 4 quarters.
I know that's your area of emphasis, Frank. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
Doris, seems like every position on the floor is doing more multitasking these days, asked to do more, play differently. So when you're thinking about guards, which do you think do the best job of generating offense, say, out of the post?
Well, the preeminent player that comes to mind is Dwayne Wade. And this is a guy who at his prime athletically was as good in the transition game as anybody in the history of the game. I know you had certain NBA analysts who have called him arguably one of the best 2 guards to ever play it. The current iteration of this guy is probably DeMar DeRozan, right? We talk about the loss of the mid-range. Well, DeMar DeRozan is excellent in the mid-range, and now they're starting to put him in the low post and let him use his size and his length to create a little fadeaway jump shot. Really pretty to watch and effective for any number of guards.
You nailed it. Aaron Gordon out there with Isaac. Then it's DJ. Then there's Rogers. And it's Wells in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. The shot's good from Leaf.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. Orlando making some changes. Biyombo comes in for Gordon. And it's Anderson in for Isaac. And a change for the Pacers. Sabonis is checked in. They set the screen. Launches it. Orlando grabs the miss. DJ's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Here's Rogers to the paint. DJ passes to Rogers. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Boy, Kev, that's a tough attempt with a guy draped all over him, but DJ gets it to go and will get the +1.
And Orlando making a change here. Payton's checked in. And a change for the Pacers. Anabogu's checked in for Turner. And the outcome of the collective bargaining agreement and a potential 11-year stretch of labor peace, one of the longest in league history. Doris, what does that mean for this great game of ours?
Well, it means certainly that we can all take a sigh of relief. Everybody wants to play basketball and see basketball played. So great for the players, their representation, great for the league, and certainly great for the fans and the television partners.
And Doris, I sense such fairness on both ends, too. It really is a partnership.
You know, I think it would be wise for both the players and the ownership to remember they need each other to peacefully coexist and to thrive. And when you're trying to get an agreement that does the best by both parties, this is what you can have. You can have a long stretch of labor peace that makes everyone happy.
Well said. Here's Allen. And an air ball on that one. Way off.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Anderson in the post. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And DJ DJ throws it down.
Oh, Kev, DJ's playing all the hits tonight, and they simply can't stop the music.
And here is Allen. 6 points for him. Poked away and stolen by DJ. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Orlando.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Alan Williams, he's checked in for Biombo, and Fournier subbed in for Wells.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
It's Allen on the wing, covered by Payton. Allen dishes to Cantor, just 3 to shoot. To stop the run, got a piece of it.
I'll tell you, defense is about position and anticipation, and DJ fantastic at both.
Orlando leading by 13. Payton outside. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Left side, Anderson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Alan Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Pacers trail by 13. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Allen kicks to Favors, and that one good. Favors has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, you love to see Derek Favors get these high-quality looks on the interior. How incredibly patient is this guy down on the block?
And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot-blocking teams. The Pacers in 5th.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Leaf checked in for Anabogu. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Well, Derek Favors has always gotten a lot of credit for his defensive abilities, but to me, his offense has come such a long way since he came out of Georgia Tech.
And Favors a good post threat. Doris, he can hit that hook shot with either hand.
And the footwork serves him well in the pick and roll. Even when the help is there, this guy can maneuver and create his own shot around the rim.
Feeds it to Fournier. Out to the right wing. DJ passes to Williams. On the money from 12 feet away. Williams has got his first points of the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Allen with it. Now Payton defending. Pass to Leaf. Dishes to Cantor. Banked in off the glass.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
And that one is good from DJ.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And there's the feed to Cantor. Favors with the screen. Here's the screen.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Orlando out in front. They lead by 12. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Keep playing. Take turnovers out of the game, all right? Defense, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Allen. Enes Kanter is out there with Favors, and it's Leaf in at the small forward position. DJ with it. He's against Kanter. Back to Gordon. The three. Offensive rebound.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade and replenish your energy for the late game push. Rogers checked in for Orlando. Washington's checked in for the Pacers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Gordon kicks to DJ. We have a number of young teams in the league, Doris, with a lot of talent, but not many wins, still in the process of learning how to win. What can a coach do to keep them confident and inspire them through the tough times, the growing pains?
You know, Kev, I think one thing you always hear coaches talk about is the process, and you can't skip steps. And so I think if you throw yourself into trying to get better every single day, and I would say look no further than Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who started their careers on an Oklahoma City team that barely broke double-digit wins in the NBA, but both were diligent, both kept to the course, and both continued to work hard. And now you've got two guys who really are MVP-level kind of guys.
And don't you see the stair step, too, for a guy like Kawhi Leonard, who every year picks up something different to do to enhance his overall game?
You know, that's a great point. The Spurs would tell you they built his game brick by brick.
Rogers passes to DJ. Rogers against Allen. There's the three. Here's Williams. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Kanter with a screen on Rogers. Here's Allen. Kanter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love that Kanter will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Well, Kev, you have to love how Enes Kanter plays with his back to the basket. This guy is so efficient. He is one of the most productive big men off the bench, the kind of player every coach would love to have to get a little juice in your second unit.
Wells, he's checked in for Williams. The Pacers also with the sub. Turner's checked in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Leaf. Back to Allen. Over Rogers. That doesn't go either for Allen. Doris, as you said, Kanter has thrived as a sixth man. His ability to score on the block, he can carry an offense of a second unit.
Yeah, a lot of how Kanter scores is with his incredible footwork. He is great at sealing off a defender to get the shot he wants, and he's also a very strong finisher.
Inside, and stolen by DJ. And DJ throws it down.
It feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
Isaac's checked in for Fournier. Pacers trail by 18. And the pass to Cameron. Here's Leaf. Indiana moving it around. The shot by Turner, no good. Rogers against Allen. And it's DJ missing.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg, especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Allen outside, just 5 on the clock. Swiped it away.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Orlando.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciate it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
The last tip I have for you is knowing your players better. We introduced the shot meter to let anyone shoot with any player, but there's still a timing to feel out for players with unique shots. If you have a particular NBA team you like to play with, or a new three-point shot specialist in my team, get into freestyle and learn the shooter's release. And if you're in my career, remember you can use the jump.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Portland as the Trailblazers go up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. And tonight we have two up.
The Magic are out of Orlando and into this interconference game. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Back to the road tomorrow, as this is the final game of the Trailblazer homestand. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
And it's going to be a tough stretch of games here coming up. I know they're excited for it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for this group to find out exactly where they are in this league.
A look at the Magic starting group. We've got Isaac, DJ out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Rogers, and it's Wells in at the 2 guard.
Good focus from DJ. Clear contact on the shot, but he just stays with it, finishes, and now has a chance for the and one.
The Magic shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Ross kicks to Simmons. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and you know, there are guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Ross kicks to Morris. The feed to Simmons. Dishes it to Nurkic. Tries to save it. Ross with a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Pass to Gibson, 14 feet away. Here's Nurkic, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night. Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, he's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Magic on defense. They lead by 4. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And their aggressiveness on D, for me, it felt like that was the advantage that turned the tide for them.
Well, fast and physical, sometimes you can get lost if you get out of whack. They had great discipline on that end of the floor, and that led to some key stops, and they got the win.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. With a break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. DJ number 1.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Taj Gibson. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Jonathan Simmons. And DJ throws it down.
Not going to settle for a jump shot. DJ being ultra aggressive right there, going straight down the lane on the drive.
Here is Ross. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Screen by Olynyk. Morris kicks to Ross. Down low. Olynyk the pass to Collins. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Stevenson. That shot off. And Orlando the other way now. Here's Gordon. Collins grabs the miss.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Right wing. Back to Gordon. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Trailblazers trail by 9.
Terry Stotts, one of the better coaches in this league, but he really does a great job of making sure that it's always about his players and never about him. One thing Portland has working in its favor is that they've dug in with Terry Stotts as their coach. They have that kind of continuity, and he allows these players to shine up here in the Pacific Northwest. That's when the sun comes out. And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Stevenson outside. Screen by Olynyk. Stevenson dishes to Olynyk. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Outside Gordon. Here's Payton. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. From deep, Stevenson. And so it's the Orlando Magic, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And so in the game for the Magic, Rogers is out there with Wells. Then it's DJ. Then there's Festus Ezeli. And it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pacers was terrific. He ended with 31 points, and boy, was he active on defense. He had steals and blocks on that side of the ball. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks for checking in, D.A. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
Now, here's DJ. Here is Rogers. Fires from 14. Misses off the left iron.
There's always talk about the Blazers because when you combine Lillard and McCollum, both at 6'3" tall, that poses a challenge for them defensively when you play them together in the backcourt, especially against some of the longer guards in the Western Conference.
Now here's Simmons. After the miss from Shammy Wells. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. In the corner, Simmons with it. Portland moving the ball around. Portland again missing. And C.J. McCollum, a combo guard, but probably better defensively against point guards. Brent, do you think this tandem will work in the long run for the Blazers?
Well, you need some great defenders behind these guys, and maybe there's a chance because C.J. absolutely can handle some of the point guard responsibilities that there's a way to stagger the minutes so one of these players is on the floor at all times.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
For Orlando, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And both free throws good for DJ. Trailblazers trail by 12. And Stevenson kicks to Morris. Swiped away. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And I really love watching how he can attack in the open floor. Isaac's really good at knowing where to sprint in order to find those cracks in the defense.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. And here are the Trailblazers now, following the bucket by Orlando. That one good for 2. Morris has got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And Orlando making a change here. Seven seconds left to play here in the half. To the paint. He got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in.
I think hard for him on that play to get the kind of trajectory he wants on that shot because DJ is in his jersey. It might not go down as a block, but it's just as good.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Orlando out in front, up by 12. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, you guys scored a lot in the first half. What are you doing well offensively?
I think it starts with defense. We were able to get out in transition.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
They've got Simmons. Taj Gibson is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Ross in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Obviously some terrific on-ball defenders out there, but Brent, in your estimation, who are some of the best help defenders in the NBA now?
A couple guys come to mind, Kevin. When you say help and they're actually there, Jay Crowder does a good job of recognizing, when the strong side gets broken down and he can come over and help. Certainly, Draymond Green does a great job of guarding just about anything for the Golden State Warriors. And then maybe you think about some big guys in the league. Timofey Mozgov in the right position most of the time. Hassan Whiteside for Miami. So they come in all shapes and sizes, Kev. The biggest thing they contribute is their communication skills on the backside.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And the biggest problem for them in that game, even as they got into foul trouble, they could just never pull back.
Yeah, they just stayed aggressive the whole way, and you love the effort, but the fouls limited what they could do with their rotations here tonight.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Swanigan's checked in. Alan Williams, he's checked in for Orlando. Anderson comes in for Isaac, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. Trailblazers trail by 6. Stevenson with it. Passes it to Ross. Here's Swanigan. He has 5. There's the screen. He dishes it to Stevenson. 5 on the clock. Olynyk has the open look. It's hauled in by the Magic. They've led by as many as 14 points. The 9-foot shot. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 16 points for DJ. Ross on the wing. Over Payton. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Ross.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
And it's DJ missing. The Trailblazers have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Shot from the top of the key. And it's Stevenson missing.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Azili, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Portland.
Well, for a guy who's had a few injury issues, Ezeli is still a load sometimes down there to contend with when healthy.
And so Ezeli nails both of them. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. In the corner, it's Morris. Misses. And so it's Orlando in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
We haven't given up any resistance at the other end. They're getting offensive rebounds, they're getting penetrations, they're getting kick-out threes. What have we taken away? Nothing, all right? That's up to us.
Terry Stotts pretty honest with his team there, laying it on the line. Feels his defense has been ineffective across the board.
And a big problem that I'm seeing is the lack of communication. You know, guys aren't talking. There's not enough help for one another, and that's not helping them get stops.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. So on the floor for Orlando, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Isaac out there with Gordon, and it's DJ in at the 5 spot. Now here's DJ, and he banks in the layup. DJ's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Magic.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Morris with the screen for Ross. Kicks it to Morris. Outside, Simmons. Olenek the pass to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. Feeds it to Collins. For 3, Ross. The shot missing. Payton with some nice D. Magic leading by 10. He kicks it to Fournier. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Pass to Isaac. The dish to DJ. Shoots from 14, and he gets the jumper to drop. DJ's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A split-second decision from DJ on the catch-and-shoot jump shot. That's a sign of a player with the right mindset, ready to fire.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Brent, over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And Portland has possession. The Magic knocking down the tray. And Gordon over to help. Here's Nurkic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nurkic right now taking a pounding going to the glass.
Free throw good. Nurkic. Taj Gibson's checked in for Collins. And a switcher also for Orlando. Wells, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Hey, Brent, when you look at the All-Star balloting, it's amazing how many worthy point guards have to be left off the roster. How'd the league end up with so many great players at that position all at once? It's an amazing story.
It has been an incredible crop. I mean, really the golden era of point guards. And the one guy who I feel really badly for over the course certainly of the last 5 or 6 seasons is one Mike Conley. Any coach in the league would take Mike Conley at the drop of a hat, yet he's dealing with, over the course of his career, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Tony Parker, Steve Nash, Chauncey Billups, Chris Paul. Should I go on, Kevin? It is a very, very tough position.
Those names, it says it all. Lets it go from the wing. That one a little long.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot. And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
The pass to Rogers. He feeds it to Gordon. DJ with it, working on Nurkic. Good work there as it goes. And now 24 points for DJ.
Now look at how tight the defense is, and even so, DJ able to bury the jumper with a hand right in his grill.
And Simmons kicks to Morris. Outside Gibson, pass to Simmons. Rogers against Ross. Launches a three. The Trailblazers rebound. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nurkic with the pump fake does a good job fooling the defender that time.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Orlando leading by 12. And DJ throws it down.
Well, imagine this, Kevin, a DJ finding his rhythm. This is an unbelievable roll he's on.
So it's Portland now. 1:11 left in the game. Screen by Nurkic. And Gibson kicks to Morris. Misses off the right iron. For Orlando, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Orlando.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DJ.
They looked aggressive on the offensive end, and that compounded into lots of great opportunities that he capitalized on.
Here's DJ after the basket by Yusuf Nurkic, and they're able to recover.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now the team came in fired up from the opening tip. You can see the focus. You're ready to do battle.
The three from Morris. No good. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cook. Just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.
We want to know what you want to see in future expert tips segments. Vote now. Do you guys want to see more tips on dribbling, passing, defense, or dunks?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Tonight's game held at Amway Center. It's the Orlando Magic going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, at 5th place in the Western Conference, maybe they haven't taken the leap forward they had hoped to this season, but they haven't taken a big step backward either. And
And a stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by the terrific Linda Lynn, getting us ready for NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the... And before... Okay, David, thanks. And the NBA season can be a long one, Chris. How important were team functions and team events during the season as a way to relieve some of the stress of the season?
Oh, man, if you're on a good team and a good team in the locker room, then you really don't even have to have team functions because you're going out, hanging out after every practice, going to play golf on warm days.
It's just natural, right?
Yeah, it's just natural. You're eating with guys, hanging out with guys, and so it is everything because really these are the guys that you're playing for, and the better chemistry, the better the team, I've always believed. And so team functions, hanging out with the guys, always important.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Terrence Ross is out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Nene in at the center position. Shot clock at 3. Ross with a wide-open look. Second shot opportunity, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Orlando. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And so Bosh nails both of them.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And DJ is tenacious on the drive, exceptional at getting speed behind him and soaring for the slam.
Paul outside. Harden outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
For 3, Ross, and another 3 for Houston.
Well, what you know about Paul, he sees everything as it develops. That time he hits the wide open man.
Gordon kicks to DJ. Fournier for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
I like this. It feels like it's getting a little personal out there. It could make it all the more interesting going down the stretch.
Cans it from downtown.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defenses adjust, though.
Paul against Rogers. Paul with the ball. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Back to Nene. Harden outside. From deep three-point range. Tries again. And Nene with the lay-in. Good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The baseline J. The rebound by Harden.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
And Chris, when you see Harden coming down the lane at you, there is a very short list of players who can instill that much fear. Pretty much him, Westbrook, and LeBron. Each have their own style, and Harden's might be the most refined of all of them.
Well, that's why he gets to the line so much. His speed, his handles, his ability to pull back on the three, his Euro step. When Harden gets going downhill like that, you just don't have an answer.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Williams, he's checked in for Isaac. Wells comes in for Fournier. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Rogers. Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Orlando. The Rockets also changing it up. Reza comes in for Nene. And it's Patrick McCaw in for James Harden. Houston leading by 10. And Joseph kicks to Ariza. In the corner, it's Gordon. Anderson with the screen for Gordon. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. And as a shooting guard, Eric Gordon might be a touch undersized, but he can handle his own, has great strength and a very explosive step to keep up with his large counterparts.
Yeah, Gordon plays bigger than his size. Very efficient with his body when he angles in and go into the basket. He can step out and just space that floor, and he's quick at getting the ball up near the rim to finish for the drive.
Here's McCaw. Trains the three-pointer. McCaw has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the stripe.
Here's Joseph. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
And it's Gordon missing. The Magic trail by 12. And now the fast break. Anderson with the ball. Offensive rebound. Williams trying to break free. And he gets it again. Shot good from DJ.
Oh, DJ going to work on the offensive glass, using his athleticism to hunt down second chance opportunities.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Off target from outside. Orlando, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short arm that layup.
And stolen by DJ. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And DJ throws it down.
DJ enjoys showing off his jumping ability. Once he gets positioning, he's primed and ready to throw it down.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Joseph against Payton. Joseph dishes to Gordon. Anderson the screen. Off the screen. Oh!
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins. Oh, this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive.
The Magic have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
You know DJ loves putting work in at the gym. He's always looking for ways to improve. A soft-spoken guy who has no problem letting his game do all the talking.
1 second left. And so it's Houston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on.
Vertically. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. We've got 1:48 left in the second quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. The two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Chris Bosh is out there with Nene, and it's Ross in at the small forward.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Magic trail by 3. We want to talk about a coach who's known for bringing offense to a team. Then Mike D'Antoni is your guy. Widely regarded, Chris, as one of the best offensive coaches in the league and is the godfather, many say, of the 7 seconds or less style of play.
Yeah, you look up at how this team runs their sets and pushes the tempo. It reminds you a bit of how the old D'Antoni Suns played. Certainly, whatever team D'Antoni coaches, they're going to have some entertaining and up-tempo play.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Trailblazers got the job done. He finished with 30 points and did his work from both lines, hitting from beyond the arc and from the foul line. His was the kind of all-around performance coaches love to see. It felt like he was a factor in just about every play. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special, but the biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of us.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams a screen. Here's Isaac. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Paul against Rogers. There's the pick. Nene, the screen. Paul kicks to Bosh. Over DJ. Nice D from DJ. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Rockets ahead, leading by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the... Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at DJ in this one, he's been everywhere.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
And, Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, in the right situation.
Rodgers is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's DJ, then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Isaac in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
So for the Magic, Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Isaac. Wells comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Rodgers. And then for Houston, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bosch. Gordon comes in for Ross. And it's Joseph in for Paul. Rockets leading by 4. Harden gets to Ariza. The three-pointer, no good. Orlando's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Payton. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he can't get the first one. The Magic making a switch here. Ezeli's checked in. Anderson, he's checked in for Houston. Patrick McCaw comes in for James Harden. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Payton against Joseph. He feeds it to Gordon. Anderson the screen. Gordon goes in, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Gordon's got 6.
Well, Gordon is crafty. He's great at finding room to shoot off the screen. The D cannot afford to lose him.
DJ kicks to Anderson. There's the pick. Jumper off the screen. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Joseph, the pass to Gordon. McCaw gets to Ariza. Can't hit that one.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
And the shot goes in. And now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
Well, it's crucial that DJ shoots with confidence. When he's locked in, he's very hard to slow down.
Anderson, a screen on Payton. Joseph dishes to Anderson. Hits the three-point bomb. Anderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
And the dunk by Wells.
Well, I like how DJ actively looks for the open teammate, whipping the ball over beautifully and quickly.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. McCaw kicks to Gordon. Anderson with the screen for Gordon. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at DJ, he's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Magic.
And the front line carrying the load offensively. They always say reward the big men and credit the guards for getting them the ball and enabling these guys to fill it up. And Wells is still figuring his game out. A superb offensive talent, but still needs to work a little bit on the defensive side.
Williams, he's checked in for the Magic. Fournier comes in for Anderson. And a switch here also for Houston. Bosch is checked in. Here's Joseph. Cans the 12-footer. Joseph's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Williams gets the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Joseph kicks to Gordon. Misses the 3. The Magic have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. The shot by Payton, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Wells with the steal. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, you got to respect the strength of Wells. Terrific at powering through the foul and finishing on those hard shots.
Al Paul. He's got 6. Shoots the 3. The putback, and Bosch able to finish. Bosch has got 14 points for the game.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Magic lead by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Shrink the floor. When you're on the ball or closing out, close out faster. Okay, take away their airspace and then contain their drive.
And that's the catch-22 there. Frank Vogel wanting better perimeter defense, but also wanting to limit forays to the hoop.
Yeah, and it takes tremendous discipline to do that. Don't leave your feet, don't reach, and everyone help each other defensively.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Ryan Anderson out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Bosch in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Wasted no time on that one. 24 points for DJ.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Harden outside. Shoots over Fournier. Another miss by Harden.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
And DJ with the basket on the assist by Gordon. Now it's a 7-point Magic lead.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
For 3, Ross. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got his 6th rebound on the night. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Isaac's checked in for Williams. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. With them getting outshot from the perimeter, he told them, we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
DJ passes to Gordon. Up and in on the layup. And the Magic lead by 12. Well, you look around the NBA, and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
3 people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan, just his size and stature, and then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there on that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever, being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post, you just have to love it. And then Antetokounmpo, one of the most unique players we've seen with his length, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, but he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and I just think his unique body style and his skill set makes him fun to watch as well.
Nene, the screen. Nene setting the pick for Harden. Here's Paul. Paul can't get that one to fall.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that one. He gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
But give the coach a little credit. It's been some great play calling. Each guy doing his part. This is what you're hoping to achieve.
To the inside, Nene. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
DJ with it, Nene on him, and again it will fall. Basket good there from DJ. DJ's got 33 points. Paul against Rogers. Paul dishes to Harden. Good on the triple. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
But you got to D up Harden from the perimeter early. I mean, if you don't, he will make you pay dearly.
And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
The Magic making a switch here. Wells is checked in. They set the pick to the inside. Goes up again, and Harden. And the nice bucket inside. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half. Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against the Heat. And DJ throws it down.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deeper hole. Very little time now to climb out.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Orlando.
Look, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Goes up the baseline. He can't get it to go. And the Rockets take it the other way. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by DJ. Good. DJ's got 42 in the game.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
Here's Nene. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, you led the charge with that fourth quarter. How did you take control of this game and get your team the win?
You know, I think we won this game by outlasting the other side. The team did a great job of maintaining pressure on both ends of the court. And at the end, we were just, tired enough where things got easier for us. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, to be able to contribute.
Well, you wore him down and you got the win. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.